Hey there, it's CJ Willie, and today is Thanksgiving Day. I hope everybody is ready to enjoy a day filled of great food and some great sports games. But there's a better way to celebrate Thanksgiving Day, and that is by cracking some Magic the Gathering. I have in front of me a Kamigawa Neon Dynasty pre-release kit. I'm going to crack this pre-release kit, open up all 6 booster packs, then I'll put together the sealed limited deck I would have played if I were attending a pre-release of Kamigawa Neon Dynasty. Okay, within this pre-release kit, we've got the outer box art featuring, I think this is Kaido, one of the newer Planeswalkers, and on the back, the black Mythic dragon Junji, I think. Pre-release kit. Open it up. I don't want to spoil the pre-release promo, so I'll just slide this out real quick. Green die, smaller size, not the bigger size that you get in the bundles. Let's get a 7. Off camera. Oh, I got a 7. Okay, this is going to be full of Mythic rares, and it's going to be the sealed deck that would take me to a 4-0 or 5-0, however many rounds your local LGS does for pre-release. I'll set the kit off to the side here with the dice showing my lucky 7. Keep the packs on top of it so that I don't spoil that promo, and get to cracking. With the first pack, I'll read through the commons. After that, I'll just speed through, highlight the uncommons and the rares. Searchlight Companion, Uncharted Haven, Network Disruptor, Spirited Companion, Kindled Fury, Reckoner Shakedown, Fade into Antiquity, Twisted Embrace, Guardians of Aboro. In this slot, you can get an Enchantment Saga. It could be any rarity, so I might be able to get 4 uncommons in the pack. Behold the Unspeakable, flips into Vision of the Unspeakable. When We Were Young, Rhino Sentinel, Assassin's Ink, and looks like I have a legendary creature. All right, it's a Mythic, Junji, the Midnight Sky. I played this in draft, and it's a pretty fun card and pretty powerful as well, along with a Rugged Highlands and a Samurai token. So I'll put my commons and uncommons up there and spotlight the rares and mythic rares down toward the front a little bit. All right, move a little bit quicker through these packs. How'd you do in your pre-release event? Hopefully you did really well. Go through some of these, maybe see a common or uncommon that looks pretty strong. Mech Hanger, Invigorating Hot Spring, Acquisition Octopus. I really like the artifact creature equipment. I thought it was a nice mechanic. And for the rare, looks like we have an Enchantment Saga. It's going to be Teachings of Kirin. Flips into Kirin Touched Orochi. Put that down in front with an island and a double-faced proxy card. Don't know why Wizards keeps putting those out, especially if you're using sleeves. I suppose there are people that don't use sleeves. Oh, got a foil in the back there. Okay, looks like I'll have 4 uncommons with a saga up front. Life of Toshiro Umezawa, flips into Memory of Toshiro. Seismic Wave, Historian's Wisdom, Bronze Cudgels, and Takinuma Abandoned Mire. So one of the rare channel lands. Would love to get a Boseiju. It's about a $25, $26 card. This one's not bad. With the foil Uncharted Haven, with the foil right here in the front, Blossoming Sands, and stupid ad card. tokens have ads on one side. Why can't this be a token? Okay, a couple more packs left to go. Looks like I might be leaning toward black with the Mythic and then the rare Channel Land. Uncommons, Covert Technician, Secluded Courtyard, it's a valuable land. Ani Cult Anvil, and for the next rare, Invoke Calamity. I wasn't too high on this cycle of invokes, one for each color. These are very pretty. I really dig them. Full art Japanese land, so a forest, and then a spirit token. See, it has an ad on the backside. Why do we need to have double-faced ads? Okay, a couple more packs to go, and then check out the pre-release promo. Looks like I've got a foil something hiding out in the back there. I like the showcase cards. I think they overprint them and they lose the feel or significance of being a little bit different than the typical regular versions. Looks like I have 4 uncommons with an extra saga. The Fall of Lord Konda turns into Fragment of Konda. Prosperous Thief. Thirst for Knowledge. Enormous Energy Blade. I think this card is so cool and the art is really funny. Okay, next rare or mythic rare is going to be the Reality Chip. Great card. I really enjoyed playing this one in draft as well. And the foil showcase, Fang of Shigeki. Bloodfell Caves with a treasure token. All right, final pack, and then we'll check out the pre-release promo. Seems like almost every pack I'm opening right off the bat, Automated Artificer. Okay, uncommons, Bronze Plate Boar, Hotshot Mechanic, Web Spinner Cuff, and the final rare is a showcase rare, Tsunari Toad Rider. I have 3 of these already. The regular version, I suppose I could call it a playset now with the showcase. And another one of the just beautiful full art Japanese lands, this time a plains with a samurai token. It seems like I'm kind of leaning toward black with Junji and Tatsunari and the black channel land. Take a look at the other goodies here. Kamigawa card divider. And then the instruction booklet for how you build your sealed deck with a cool Kamigawa art of Kaito Shizuki, Japanese art. There's the instruction on how to build your sealed deck. Set that off to the side here. I don't play on Arena, so if you're watching and you want to use the Arena code, it will be yours to use. I think this is the one that has the Arena code. So yeah, if you play Arena, it's all yours. You're welcome. You can give me a thanks because it's Thanksgiving. I believe these are tokens. No, well, tokens sort of. It's the double-faced card proxies. And the promo foil, be something good, be something good. Springleaf Avenger. Very fun card and limited. It might be something that I'd be able to play if I go black-green. See if I end up using it. Okay, I'm going to clear this all up and I'll be back with my deck tech. Okay, I'm back. I was really hoping to be able to go green-black because I had some strong black rares and uncommons. And my promo, Springleaf Avenger, is a very strong green rare. Plus, black supports ninjas as well, and I could get ninjutsu. Just wasn't in the cards. Didn't have enough green common support or uncommon support to pull it off. I did, however, have pretty good support in blue-black. The deck that I put together is going to be a little more controlling lower amount of creatures and a higher amount of instants and sorceries to control what my opponent does, and hopefully get me to the later game where I can win with Junji. But let me go through the deck, starting with the smaller creatures. Blue has a lot of artifact creatures. I think that's going to pay off in some of my spells. Early in the game, a 1/1 flyer. Be surprised how often you can go the distance in Kamigawa with a 1/1 flyer. Automated Artificer gives me some mana to spend on artifacts, which I do have a lot of artifacts. I've got a few of the artifact creatures, Armguard Familiar. The Reality Chip will help me take over the game just by pure card advantage. In limited draft, I was able to do quite a bit with the Reality Chip. Acquisition Octopus, another reconfigure creature. Same with Covert Technician. It's a ninja, and I think I can pull off a lot of shenanigans with the ninjutsu ability. Prosperous Thief, another ninja. And then Totsunari Toad Rider by itself is pretty strong. I also had this in another limited draft, and it won me quite a few games as long as I was able to protect it. Other half of the creatures, save Junji for later. Moonsnare Specialist. Some of my bigger creatures are ninjas and have some cool ninjutsu abilities. Moonsnare Specialist, Mukutai Ambusher, Dukuchi Shadow Walker, just a big 5/5 for 6, but maybe I can ninjutsu it out early. Then I've got Enchantment Sagas. These are pretty strong because I think they help me in my control game. First off, by maybe popping off a smaller one of my opponent's creatures or gaining me some life. And then on the back side, I've got another way to add some mana to cast instants and sorceries. Modern Age gets me just card advantage. And then I've got a 2/3 flyer in Kamigawa. Like I said, flyers can rule the game. Behold the Unspeakable is a pretty fun card. If I'm able to hold off until later in the game and I've got card draw, it's going to flip into bigger flyer that's got trample that can get through the last few points of damage. Although I'm really counting on Junji to take it to the bank. Strong 5/5 flyer with menace. If I can protect it, I'm golden. Even if I can't, I'm able to either get the best creature in a graveyard onto the battlefield on my side, or I might be able to get rid of my opponent's last couple of cards, chip away at their life total, and then seal the deal. Junji is definitely the card that I want to look to in winning the game. From my spell side, instant-wise, I've got some card draw. Thirst for Knowledge. There are going to be situations where I pitch an artifact and keep the two best cards, so I think it will help me out. And then Disruption Protocol, I think is set up really well in my deck. Most of the time I'm going to have an untapped artifact. I can tap it and basically turn it into a straight up counterspell for 2 blue. The controlling side of my deck, more from the creature perspective, I love You Are Already Dead. It's an easy way to trade up when losing a smaller creature and taking out a bigger creature. Plus I get a card out of the deal. Awesome. Lethal Exploit, gonna pop off a smaller creature, but if I've got some modified creatures out there, it might be able to pop off a slightly bigger creature. Debt to the Kami. Black has a hard time dealing with enchantments. If my opponent has a troublesome enchantment on the board and it's the only one, Debt to the Kami will help me get that taken care of. Twisted Embrace is an interesting enchantment. It's going to give my creature +1/+1, but I like that when it enters the battlefield, I can pop off a creature or planeswalker that my opponent controls. Assassin's Ink, I really do see being able to play this for 2 black mana to destroy any creature or a planeswalker. Even if I just have an artifact out, it's going to function as a murder, which will do the job in sealed. And finally, Tamio's Completion is a great card at instant speed that I can flash in, lock down an attacker, or quite possibly lock down a really pesky artifact. I will be playing Takenuma Abandoned Mire. It gives me black mana, but if for whatever reason one of my stronger creatures, say Junji or the Reality Chip, hits the graveyard, I can use the channel ability, mill 3 cards, get Junji or the Reality Chip back in hand so that I can play it and get back on track. I'm going to play, as usual, the 41 card special. So I'll have 24 creatures and spells ending up with 17 lands. Since I'm using Takenuma as one of my black lands, I'll split the other 16 lands, 8 island, 8 swamp. And I think that this deck is pretty strong. I think I can control the game and then in the later stages, get Junji down and menace my way to victory. That's the sealed deck that I would have built if I were participating in a Kamigawa Neon Dynasty pre-release. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy it, please like, subscribe, and share. Take some time to tell me in the comments section what you think about my pre-release kit and the sealed deck I would have played. Hope that you're having a happy Thanksgiving, and until next time when I'm back to crack some more Magic the Gathering.